Causes of kicks. Introduction. Primary control is defined as using the drilling fluid to control formation fluid pressure. The drilling fluid has to have a density that will provide sufficient pressure to overbalance pore pressure. If this overbalance is lost, even temporarily, then formation fluids can enter the wellbore. Preventing the loss of primary control is of the utmost importance. Definition of kick. A kick is an intrusion of unwanted fluids into the wellbore such that the effective hydrostatic pressure of the wellbore fluid is exceeded by the formation pressure. Definition of influx. An influx is an intrusion of formation fluids into the wellbore which does not immediately cause formation pressure to exceed the hydrostatic pressure of the fluid in the wellbore, but may do, if not immediately recognized as an influx, particularly if the formation fluid is gas. Primary well control, how it is effected. To ensure primary well control is in place, the following procedures and precautions must be observed. Mud weight. Tripping procedures. Trip margin, safety factor. Flow checks. Short trips/wiper trips. Pumping a slug of heavy mud. Mud logging. Communication. Alarms. Mud weight. Mud into and out of the well must be weighted to ensure the correct weight is being maintained to control the well. This task is normally carried out by the shaker man at least every 30 minutes or less, depending upon the nature of the drilling operation and/or company policy. The mud weight can be increased by increasing the solid content and decreased either by dilution or the use of solids control equipment. Tripping procedures. Tripping in or out of the well must be maintained using an accurate log called a trip sheet. A trip sheet is used to record the volume of mud put into the well or displaced from the well when tripping. A calibrated trip tank is normally used for the accurate measurement of mud volumes and changes to mud volumes while tripping. When tripping pipe or drill collars out of the hole, a given volume of mud is put into the well for the volume of steel removed. If the volume required to fill the hole is significantly less than the volume of steel removed, then tripping must be stopped to ensure the well is stable, and consideration given to going back to bottom to condition the mud and investigate the cause of the problem. The hole must be kept full at all times. A full opening or safety valve should be available at all times on the drill floor together with the required crossover subs. A non-return, i.e. gray, valve should also be readily available. Flow checks. Flow checks are performed to ensure that the well is stable. Flow checks should be carried out with the pumps off to check the well with ECD effects removed. Flow checks are usually performed when a trip is going to take place at the following minimum places. On bottom. At the casing shoe. Before the BHA is pulled into the bops. Short trips or wiper trips. In some circumstances prior to pulling out of the hole a short trip, 5 or 10 stands should be considered. The well is then circulated and mud returns carefully monitored. Pumping a slug of heavy mud. This is a practice often carried out to enable the pipe to be pulled dry and the hole to be more accurately monitored during the trip. The following equation is used to calculate the dry pipe volume for the slug pumped. Dry pipe volume equals slug volume multiplied by slug weight divided by mud weight minus 1. This dry pipe volume can be converted to dry pipe length by dividing this volume by the internal capacity of the pipe as illustrated in the following equation. Dry pipe length equals dry pipe volume, BBLS, divided by drill pipe capacity, BBLS/foot. Mud logging. A logging unit if available is extremely important, particularly with respect to well control. The unit carries out some of the following services. Gas detection in the mud. Gas analysis. Cuttings density analysis. Recording mud densities in and out. Recording flow line temperatures. Recording penetration rates. Pore pressure trends. Communication and alarms. Communication. If a transfer of mud to the active system is requested, the driller will be informed, the logging unit must likewise be informed. Good communication all round is essential. Alarms. The high and low settings for the pit level recorder and flow line recorder must be checked and are set to appropriate values.